What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Point Park Esports, and welcome to the facility. My name is Alex Sears, aka Nighthawk, and I'm here with one of your best casters.
Whoa, okay, we can't say that. But my name's Aricast.
Yes, Aricast with us. We're here. Point Park Rocket League is going to play University of Jamestown, the number 2 in the E6 division. Point Park ourselves taking on number 3 Jamestown, who had a wonderful match against Missouri last week. You want to talk about the Missouri last week match?
I mean, there's a reason they're here, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful comeback. It's basically a 0-2 comeback. Missouri was up 2 games. Pretty close matchups in the first 2 games. They were both like 1 goal apiece apart. And then Jamestown was like, oh, we're done playing around. And ended up winning both the last 3 games with 3 to 4 goals maximum, like just sweeping them. Beautiful comeback, what we like to call a Point Park way situation.
This is true. Point Park very much noted for those comeback games, or going down and then being resilient all the way till the end. So yeah, we are going to be here in not the grand finals quite yet, but the semifinals. Of course, 4 teams still remaining. Of course, a win today would equal a trip to the grand finals. And of course, that is the ultimate goal, to win.
Absolutely.
And it looks like they're pretty set up. They're set up pretty well. I mean, they had a bye last week, so they had time to kind of think about what they're going to do against their opponent today. And now we just get to see how they play it out.
And then the week before, they played University of Jamestown, actually, and they swept them.
Ooh.
So maybe we'll see the same thing. We start here at 8 o'clock. We'll end at 8:30. So, yeah, University of Jamestown, we've already beaten them. We've already seen what they can do. 3-0 swept them pretty much. The Instagram, the social media was all over the place about it, and it was beautiful. But Jamestown is a team that we need to watch for. They are really good at the final stretch. So I'm interested to see what they got going on here. Let's talk about our players. Or the lineups. The lineups. What are the lineups today?
Well, I mean, if it isn't clear already, let's just say for it first that this is the Point Park Gold team that will be playing, not the Green team.
Yeah, Green team did not make the playoffs, and I'm here.
I don't think 2 places at once isn't exactly feasible.
Done it before.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm here with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was there, and then I was there. Wait, huh? Yeah, type stuff. So let's switch over to the camera to see our beautiful players and their beautiful faces. Yes, the Gold team, who has been very dominant here in the E6 division, and a team that is needing to be watched out for. Let's talk about the lineups today. Who do we got for Point Park? Ari.
Well, I mean, where do we start? There's so many players that we could choose from. We could start with the subs. We could start with the main roster. So let's start with maybe the captain. How are we feeling about that?
Clash that, Caleb. Let's get it started, baby. The captain of the team in gold and the veteran of the Point Park Rocket League team. You already know that boy is on fire. 8-time record holder for all of the above. Most assists in a match, most saves in a match, most shots in a match, most assists in a series, most saves in a series, most points in a match, most assists in a regular season, and most shots in a regular season. I sounded like one of those gambler, man.
An auctioneer?
Yeah, the auctioneer. Grand Champ 1 is the final destination of him. He's trying to perfect that into an SSL, though. You know, a Supersonic Legend is the main goal for most of the dominant players. 18 goals, 25 assists, and 30 saves was his final stats for the regular season, and I mean, that is dominant. That is absolutely dominant. But you know who's more dominant than that?
Who?
The Rookie of the Year.
Oh.
Rookie of the Year for the spring semester, and one of the greatest scoring weapons we have ever seen. 3-time record holder for all of the above. Most goals in a match, most goals in a series, and most goals in a regular season. Exbergs! That's what I'm talking about. Exbergs, one of the best rookies we've ever seen in Point Park Rocket League and Point Park history. I mean, this kid is insane.
Yeah.
And did I mention he's Spaniard?
Ooh.
International players. I mean, let me tell you about the international players. He's repping the flag on his back, knowing that he is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. 36 goals, 15 assists, and 31 saves this year. He's electric.
Yeah.
You can't stop him. You can't stop him at all. I mean, especially when he scores 5 goals in a game.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of interviewing him, and he was so generous. He was so happy to just be on camera, to be sharing all the wealth with his teammates, with his friends and family at home. And Yeah, I mean, you look at those stats, 36 goals, 15 assists, 31 saves, and at this point, a partridge in a pear tree. I mean, this guy really does it all. And somehow, some way, they're still winning, not just with the solo plays. There's still 3 players to the team. We saw Caleb, we saw Experts. Who's left?
Oh, you already know this man. The man whose name doesn't show up in the game and has one of the best passing abilities as a rookie, Snoozin, a.k.a. Ian. 18 goals, 15 assists, and 20 saves. This kid, the passing ability, he just came in this year during the spring semester, says, hey, I don't got nothing to do about soccer. Let me play soccer cars. Let me show the entire world how good I am at soccer cars. And I mean, he's crazy. The passing ability to not only pass it to one of our scoring leaders, but our vets. He's acting like a vet. Like it's like he's been here before. Like he just got in here. He's like, yeah, like I know what to do here. I know what to do. Like, absolutely an electric player. He has his moments, especially in the passing game. Like the passing game, like if I could give a rating, if we gave ratings out for passing, he has a 99.
If we had to do like an over/under for assists here in this series, over/under 5.5. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking over.
Over?
Yeah. He's having like 10. Speaking of 10, representing the green team, and is actually going to be subbing in for the gold team. Yes, your boy, Yuri. Oh, yeah, you can already see him in the back corner. He's just sitting, relaxing. 3 goals, 1 assist, and 10 saves for the gold team. That's when he played that one match when Ian wasn't here, when Snoozin wasn't here. But he is one of the best defensive players we have ever seen as a rookie. He's a one-time record holder and has most saves in a regular season. I mean, this kid can just save it all. He is literally your main goalie. He just sits there in the back corner of the goal and just absolutely cooks. Like, He'll average
doing here.
Yeah, like he'll average 3 saves a game. Like he's a brick wall. He's a brick wall.
I mean, those glasses don't shatter.
Yeah, neither does the goal. You see the goal when the ball goes into the goal, it explodes. Yeah, that ball does not happen when Yuri's on the field. He's like, I am here. I am your bodyguard, goalie. So yeah, no, seriously, he is an absolute force to be reckoned with, and I'm pretty sure we might be able to see a little bit of his performance today.
Maybe a little 2 games surprise if we go up 2-0. Maybe if we sub in for funsies.
Or maybe it's an April Fool's joke.
Or maybe it is an April Fool's
joke. Yeah, it is April 1st. So have you ever seen the rankings are different? Yeah, the rankings are different in the game. We have...
oh, yes.
We have Grand Turnip.
Yes. Supersonic Legume.
No, it's Super Lima Beans.
Okay, well, I saw something different.
Yeah, no.
But either way, broccoli is in there, turnip.
Yeah, broccoli. There's potato as bronze.
That would probably be me.
Yeah, corn as gold. So that's so funny. Team Gold broken 6 records this season for Point Park Rocket League. The following are most goals in a series, most assists in a series, most saves in a series, most goals in a game, most shots in a game, and most points in a game. This team is on fire. Like, this team, even though they're 6-1 with that one loss to Virginia Wesleyan, who has made it to the finals, if they win today, Virginia Wesleyan is the main target.
So it will be that like revenge game from the
yeah, it's gonna be a revenge game, and the rivalry is huge.
One of those things that you don't see on those team stats is, I'm not quite sure, but I do believe this Rocket League team has made it farther than any Point Park Esports team in one of these collegiate tournaments.
Yes, this is the first time in any tournament Point Park has ever seen a team make it to the semifinals. And if they win today, this would be the first time in Point Park history we will see a team appear in the grand finale.
That's pretty dang good.
That's pretty cool.
I would like to see that happen. And I'm totally not biased.
Imagine if we win it, the first ever ring for Point Park Esports, and that puts us on the map.
Do you think we all actually get rings?
If we don't, we probably just make them.
All right, the cardboard ring is going to be out on the Instagram.
Coach will probably be able to buy us rings. He'll just buy us rings, but they're not like expensive rings. They're just probably just like
maybe
custom.
We'll make the globe.
Maybe. Speaking of the globe, like I want to talk to some of the news people. They've been asking. Some of the people have been asking me around Point Park that why isn't esports part of the globe?
It was. It used to be.
Yeah, when we were part of academics.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we're no longer on there.
So it's only a matter of time before we do get that hype. We just got to prove ourselves once again. That's fine, right? I mean, we'll put it out for you right now. We're putting this content here, and we've got the Rocket League team doing all their best. A grand finals story of maybe rags to riches from last year to this year would be kind of good for the newspaper as well. So plenty of things to do here at Point Park that, I mean, you can get involved in media, esports. I mean, what else is there?
There's directing, camera work. Hey, you want to be a gamer? We have that too. So yeah, if you ever decide on wanting to join any esports program, come down to Point Park. We have our own esports program, and coach will always be willing to admit you into our program. We give up scholarships. We pretty much do anything that you want to see in a esports, except for we only have 3 games. So we're trying to expand. We're trying to expand. I'm hearing maybe Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, that's the talk. And of course, it does take a lot of effort, but we need more players if we really want that to happen. So make sure you kind of stop on by. If you are a current high schooler in Pennsylvania right now, reach out to maybe one of the presidents of Point Park. They'll get you a nice little bus, and you can take your esports team or even just a crew during the day as a little field trip, and you can come visit our facility and the rest of campus, and you'll receive a visitation scholarship, which is also pretty nice. $500 off of tuition. Not bad.
Right? Speaking of scholarships, if you are just a solo person who is really interested in wanting to join esports or anything, you can contact the president as well. Come down to our facility, and then get to watch us play.
Product placement.
And product placement. Did he damage? Oh, no dents. Look at that. You know why there's no dents? Because we have the best energy drink ever to exist. Red Bull. Red Bull is our sponsor here today. Unfortunately, this one hit the ground, but it didn't give any dents, so we are good to go.
We have a visitation.
We have a and snoozing over here, or not snoozing, Xbergs.
Whoa!
Xbergs is coming here. The Spaniard's like, let's go.
How did snoozing get so good at speaking a different language?
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't. I would understand if he knows how to speak Spanish because he's on the soccer team.
This is true.
So I'm pretty sure most of the soccer players know how to speak Spanish. It's just common courtesy because Europe is the main soccer attraction.
Yeah, and maybe instead of car soccer, it's car football.
Yeah, or football is how Xbergs would say it. So, but yes, our sponsor is Red Bull. Everyone loves it. I remember a time where all the fridges were empty.
I don't.
Yeah.
That never happened.
No, that was last month.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never happened.
Yeah, the fridges were very full.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's super good. So I've already had at least 2 today.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm going to be super energetic.
Well, I mean, it just proves how much you like Red Bull, and I will give you that. I mean, we have plenty of Red Bull-related content on the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all that good stuff. But now we get to put on a show for you right here, right now. It's the broadcast. University of Jamestown taking on Point Park Gold, the winner to the grand finals, and let's get underway.
The lineups for our boys Jamestown, Aquamaniac, Bubba Kanoosh, and XNDR, I believe, are going to be playing today, represented by Coach Noah K, and subs like Creed and Kubels.
Yeah, we're seeing Creed over there on that left
Creed,
side.
it looks like Creed has subbed in for XNDR. It looks like ABC.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hopefully for their sake, they can spell out a victory. The Point Park will do everything in their power to make sure that is not the case, of course. Point Park Gold has already beaten them before.
Xbergs! Oh, Stack Caleb puts it in off of the Xbergs pass, and you already know we're already getting it started against Jamestown. What a flick by Xbergs. Clash that Caleb puts it dead center, and you already know he's ready. He's fired up. He's fired up. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
That's a great goal. That is a beauty of a goal. What a flick by Xbergs just to get that pass off to Clash that Caleb, who just was there. I mean, you can't get a better pass than that.
You love to always get that first goal of the game, remember, because that is momentum you can take for the rest of the series, right? We sometimes kind of question, what team will we see today? Will it be the Point Park Gold that has to come back from a deficit, or will it be the one to get out to a big lead? Clash that Caleb strikes again.
Oh, and oh my goodness, Clash that Caleb snoozing with another beautiful pass. Clash that Caleb is just there, and he just puts it in. You already know he's having a good time. Twofer.
Man, you are really hype and really loud.
I'm super. Hey man, this is my team right here. basically have been, like, I play with these guys on a daily basis. I love what they do, and I mean, I couldn't be so happier to have them start winning it right now. The fact that they're in the finals just makes me such a happy man. Snoozing! Ooh!
They gotta win to get to the finals.
Clutch that Caleb with a hat trick! Hat trick already! It's Ronaldo out there!
All right, experts, let's see it. Throw it off. Come on, it's time. We got the hat trick. That's the hockey ritual. You throw it onto the ice whenever someone gets a hat trick. And
that's 2 assists from Snoozing already. And you said 5 or on?
I said 5.5.
Oh my goodness, Snoozing with a beautiful pass to Clash that Caleb, and he's already got a hat trick. He's 3 for 3 today. That's better than a Pirates average.
Ooh.
No,
low blow.
Sorry, my fault. They just been giving me anger issues lately.
It's okay. There's plenty of things at least to celebrate here on the screen, of course, with Point Park being up 3-0 in just the first 2 minutes of this game. Still plenty of time, of course, for both teams to make a stance and come on back or extend this lead. So it is just about playing that consistency all the way through. But Point Park Gold, what do you have in store for us? Oh boy,
Creed.
Shaky defense, but somehow the ball doesn't go in. It's barred down and out.
Yeah, Clash that Caleb. Okay, Xbergs with a beautiful deflection there. Xbergs passing it up. Oh, Snoozing up at the top. No, does not get the ball in. Almost a nice little shot there by Xbergs, but did not have the angle. Clash that Caleb was able to drive it up the wall. Passes, no one in the middle. And it's going to go right to the University of Jamestown defense. Moving into offense, Aquamaniac on the wall, trying to get a good pass. Here comes Creed. Creed puts it in. No, Clash that Caleb with a beautiful save. Clash that Caleb is up, trying to go for 4 for 4. Can he go for it? No, but Kanoosh gets the defensive block. Snoozing try to put it in, but the Jamestown defense is a little too strong at the moment. Xberg's trying to get it out. Aquamaniac there. Creed, though, puts it back in the corner. The corner is the safest spot for Point Park. Wait a minute, shot. No, Bubba Kanoosh does not put it in. Alchemaniac trying to get it off of Xbergs. Here comes Clash that Caleb, though, off the sidewall. Nice little double touch. Clash that Caleb with a pass to Xbergs. No, Snoozing. Xbergs tries to go for the ball, gets demoed immediately. Snoozing, though, try to get a 50. The 50 doesn't work on Bubba Kanoosh. Xbergs with a whiff off the ball. Bubba Kanoosh has made it into the offensive pressure. Clash that Caleb, though, gets it away. Clash that Caleb passes it to Snoozing. Nothing there. The defense by Creed keeping it in the offensive pressure. Xbergs by himself in the goal. Try to go for a double touch. Doesn't work. Clash that Caleb on the defense. Oh, almost a nasty shot by Snoozing, but doesn't go in. A pass to Xbergs. Xbergs didn't seem want to go for it, though. Clash that Caleb trying to go for another offensive aggressive pass. Xbergs, maybe you're a double touch. No! Snoozing, though, keeps the offensive pressure going.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much action coming out from this Point Park side. You really see them being active at the front of that net, but eventually things are going to give away. Maybe they run out of boost. Maybe they need to fix the rotation. Maybe Jamestown throws a shot back the other way, but
Xbergs, oh my goodness, no! What a save by Aquamaniac!
It's so close every single time you see them get to the ball. Maybe a chance here for Caleb. No, pinch to the side, but if we know Xbergs is good at setting people up, maybe they set themselves up so much so to get a shot on that. Not quite. But Snoozing's still there to pick up the slack. Maybe, just maybe, they can extend this lead to 4, and it looks pretty good. There's still this pressure here, but no confirmed shots on net.
Clash that Caleb going off the wall, gets away from Baba Kanoosh. Baba Kanoosh passes it, though, to Xbergs, who's in the middle. Gets a 50 off of Snoozing. Baba Kanoosh has put it into the offense. Here's Clash that Caleb. Creed passes it to Xbergs, who's there. Goes off the wall. Here comes Snoozing. Snoozing trying to get it into the offensive pressure, get it out of this defensive situation. Aquamaniac trying for the shot. Go for the 50. No, he doesn't get it. Xbergs slams it into the corner. Snoozing up on the wall. Here comes Creed. Creed off the corner going for a pass. Here comes Baba Kanoosh. No. It's off by a little bit. Aquamania puts it down. It's Point Park with the first win of the series, 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see towards the final seconds there, that Point Park, they didn't have to worry because they had that 3-goal buffer. They can just work with what they get early in these games and transition it in a little bit later. So props to them, a very strong game 1. But of course, it's not over. I mean, I believe this is still best of 5s. Or is it a best of 7?
It's best of 5.
Okay, yeah.
So, hey, man, 3 for 3. Clash that Caleb. You know he wants it. You know he wants this win as much as anybody else did. He's been here for 3 years. Next year is his senior year, and if he wants to make a championship run, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it because you only got 1 year left, kid. You only got 1 year left, and if you want to make a championship run, this is the time to do it right here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time. There's a lot of players that are moving on after next year, so definitely we'll have some gaps to fill, but you got to be happy with the time you have right now. I mean, these 3 players, you said 2 of them are rookies, and they are phenomenal. With the subs as well, players from Point Park Green, incoming students, anybody can have a chance to make this team and fill the spot that Clash that Caleb will leave. But for right now, I mean, it's a beautiful gap that is being filled by the one and the only captain.
Yes, sir. XNDR looks like he has been subbed in immediately for Creed. Beautiful performance. I mean, definitely a dominant performance trying to get in the offense. Here comes Xbergs off the top. No, off the wall. Hits the back corner. XNDR, though, gets the defense. Gets a nice 50 to Aquamaniac. Here comes Clash Like Halo. Xbergs with a nice pass given to Xbergs. He's trying to score. Xbergs, no! What a beautiful defensive save by Bubba Kanoosh. Here comes Snoozin off the back wall. Gets a nice 50 off of Bubba Kanoosh, but it doesn't go his way. Oh, here comes Xbergs almost trying to go for a demo. Here comes Aquamaniac trying to get the demo. He's riding on his butt right there, but it was not able to performly get the demo there. Clash that Caleb off the sidewall. Here comes XNDR. XNDR tries to get it out. Xbergs there to stop him, though. Here comes Clash that Caleb off the corner again. He's snoozing at the very top. Bounces it back off. Here comes a shot. No! Off the wall. Does not go their way. Aquamaniac trying to push it out to try to go on this offensive pressure, but doesn't work out. Here comes Xbergs. Passes to the Clash that Caleb. Clash that Caleb off the wall. Hits it off the wall. Is there a pass there? Snoozing passes it to Xbergs. Xbergs not there, though. It might be an issue. There might be an issue on the offensive pressure here. They're still in the little bit of the middle of the court here. XNDR trying to make something out of it. No. Gets switched onto the defensive pressure. Fakes out Xbergs. Clash that Caleb hits it off. Nice little 50 there. Aquamaniac beats. Here comes Xbergs, though. This is the man that you need to be watching out for. He's standing in the back. It's a nice little off-the-wall 50 there, but doesn't go his way. Here comes Snoozin. Offensive pressure again. Aquamaniac. Demo! Clash that Caleb has sniped him out of the air.
Now they're forced back onto the defensive side, right? You see them ever so being that careful team. Because if they do give up 1 goal, it's going to be tough to come back from. You're seeing the defense is already holding strong for these teams, but if you can grab that first goal, just like we saw in the first game, it may potentially be the game-winning goal here. Of course, it's not an overtime, but it may feel like it to these teams. Point Park Gold doing all that they can, and Xbergs finds a nice little line with Xander is actually going to take that one away. At least that's what I think XNDR would stand for. Aquamaniac over still by this corner, waiting to drop this down to a teammate, and it is Baba Kanoosh, but unfortunately they are denied. Snoozin once more, pushing downfield, hoping to gain an advantage, but once again, it just seems like University of Jamestown have done a great adaptation between Game 1 and Game 2 that have propelled them to keep this a stale tie in Game 2.
Could it be the switch between XNDR and Creed? Maybe we found the better player here. XNDR has done a very good job in this powerhouse of a defense, trying to keep this away from Point Park Gold. But here's a pass to Snoozin, trying to get a pass to Xbergs, but it doesn't work out. Aquamaniac on the wall, able to get out of that. XNDR hits it off the sidewall. Wait a minute, they might be in trouble. Snoozin puts it in. The first goal for Snoozin in the semifinals. The first goal on the playoff run. Oh my goodness.
I will say, if anybody was snoozing while watching the stream, they are certainly awake now. I mean, yeah, after that response from Point Park, they continue, I don't want to say their dominance from Game 1, but certainly the momentum. They're pushing forward, and they're grabbing these goals nice and early, not having to play from down behind, and now Caleb might actually just have an empty net.
No, Flash that Caleb, not an empty net. Doesn't work out. Snoozin, though, trying to get a nice pass. No, doesn't get off. The defense of Jamestown being electric. Clash that Caleb, and a nice 50, though. He said, get in the weight room, kid. I'm better than you. Xbergs puts it down, passes it to Baba Kanoosh, who's trying to get something started. Here comes XNDR. Wait a minute. Hold on again. Hold on a second. Trying to go for the goal now. Xbergs with a beautiful save. Oh my goodness, Clash that Caleb, though, trying to get out of the defensive pressure. Now they're in the offense. Here comes Xbergs. No, he doesn't try to go for that. That's a usual placement for Xbergs to try to shoot, but the defense is just too good for on Jamestown. Oh my gosh, it's just over the net. Here comes a shot. No, gets blocked by Point Park Gold. Point Park Gold, it's off the wall. Bubba Canoe's trying to get something set up. No, gets stopped again. Clash That Caleb trying to keep it out. Clash That Caleb. XNDR has ball control. Or not for long, though. He might give it up here. He does give it up. Snoozing off the wall. And it looks like Clash That Caleb was demoed, so, and Snoozing just got demoed, so it's a 2-on-3 situation here for Point Park. Here comes Snoozing, though, on the left side. Snoozing tried to go for the ball, whiffs it completely, and now it's just Xbergs. Wait a minute, putting it in the middle of the goal. Both team members from Jamestown trying to go for that. It gives a nice pass. Clash That Caleb with 4 goals in a playoff appearance. He wants this, man. He wants this.
And guess what? There's still more time. You mentioned earlier that the series, might start at 8 and end at 8:30. Well, if they complete a 3-0 sweep here, I mean, you're looking at maybe just an 8:15, 8:20 finish by this rate. And the players, we all know, would love to have a little less stress in this game. Of course, with that second goal, Point Park Gold most likely secure, but they still have to play defense here, and they do, just barely squeaking that ball out. And Point Park Gold will indeed take game number 2. Oh, almost one goal.
Not off the ground yet. XNDR, no, puts it on the ground. Point Park leads it 2-0 in the semifinals, and one more game to go where they will switch it on to the gas mode. Man, but this is where Jamestown wants them.
Well, we saw the exact potential reverse of this.
Yes.
Last time.
Yes.
So there is a world where Jamestown could certainly come back, right? We're not going to count them out yet. That's why we still play the games. There's still Rocket League left. But the momentum still looks really good for Point Park. And if they can kind of copy and paste that into these next few games, if there are multiple, that's going to do really well for them. Not to mention the fact that usually we say the first goal is toughest. There hasn't been a first goal for Jamestown. Yeah, They've still been looking to kind of solve the problem that is the Point Park defense.
But you also got to remember, Point Park is such a defensive team. They're so used to being the team that is always getting beaten, and so their defense is just really good. But now their offense is extremely better now. This team has a balance between offense and defense. So you see teams that are pretty much really good and not being able to score off of anything. As Clash That Caleb with a nice defensive stop. That was a really struggled. Snoozing with a pass. Wait a minute. No one's there to secure the goal, and Booba Kanoosh puts it into the offensive pressure for Point Park. Point Park in a little bit of situation. Xbergs or Snoozing was able to clear that. And Snoozing tries to go for a pass. Xbergs with a shot. No, XNDR with a defensive stop.
Yeah, we've been seeing Xander do really well here on the defense, and we're looking to see University of Jamestown, of course, get activated on the offense as a whole team. But what can you do when you're constantly having to deal with shots in your own end? Oh, nice save here by Snoozing, but you're going to need some extra inch back, and you can't even get it past these defenses. You may as well just keep trying demoing them, because they're not going to let a mistake come through.
Snoozing has just saved it 3 times in a row. This man is a brick wall. This kid's a brick wall. Snoozing. Oh, no. Mokanush was able to pass that off to Xbergs. Xberg with no boost. I'm losing my mind. No boost, and it was able to get it out of the corner. Clash That Caleb, though. Nice little 50 off the Bumba Kanoosh. XNDR is up at the top. And here comes Xbergs. Xbergs is able to push it down. Here, XNDR trying to keep it in the offensive pressure. Clash That Caleb, though, is saying, no, let me get around you. Hold on, Clash That Caleb is on a one-on-one situation. Tries to get a pass off. No, Bukanush with a nice defensive stop. Wait a minute, Hulk cut Snoozing. Snoozing trying to pass it to Xbergs. Almost right into the goal there. Snoozing keeping in this offensive pressure. Can he get a pass off? No, XNDR said, no, I'm not having that.
Yeah, you see plenty of times where this Point Park Gold team just keeps on applying this pressure, and eventually it feels like something's going to trickle in. But if they have all this pressure and they're keeping it going, as long as they don't have a goal on the board, they technically don't have anything to show for it. So University of Jamestown, as much as they might be losing the ball possession here or there,
Clash That Caleb puts it in for his 5th goal of the semifinals. I told you the veteran wants this, man. He's been deliberately trying to win. He's been carrying this team at the moment. It used to be Xbergs. We used to just glaze Xbergs, but we need to put Clash That Caleb. Oh, wait a minute. Xbergs is hold on, wait a minute. let me
hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Let me cook real
And it's
quick.
that we only have one goal on the board. Let me get some more for you guys. Let me secure this, because again, if they win this game, it is on to the grand finals. Point Park Gold, just a mere half a game away, and with already a lead, are in a winning position. All they need to do is hold on and technically play not to lose, but we all know they want to score some more. They want a stat pad. They want to win this one in a clean sweep with as many goals as possible. So we wish them the best of luck here in these final 2 minutes as the defense once again holds strong.
Get the brooms out. We're trying to go for a sweep here. Here comes Snoozin. Snoozin trying to go for a crazy clip off the backboard. Does not work. Xbergs with a nice shot, but gets blocked by XNDR. Wait a minute. Xbergs.
Oh,
Xbergs.
my.
Xbergs. The Spaniard puts it into the bottom right corner, and it goes in. Oh my goodness. This team is unstoppable. They have not given up a goal all series.
What an angle. I mean, did you see? Perfect placement right behind the defender. They have to back on up, and obviously you can't do that in Rocket League because your momentum is taking you forward, and so they take it, shoot it far back post, and it is a beautiful sight. Point Park now with 2 goals on the board, making that buffer even better for themselves. They can even make a mistake here or there, and as long as they are able to recover and not let it affect them throughout the rest of the game, they have this one on lock. Of course, we say all of this with very high tension, because as much as it is 2-0, it can very well be 2-0 the other way for all we know. So they have to keep on playing as hard as they can in this final minute and 15. You can't let off the gas, and you have to stay strong in this defense, and they do. Xbergs with the save.
Yes, a beautiful save. Xberg's in the corner. Clash that. Caleb might be looking for a pass here. He takes the ball instead. Aquamaniac's in a little bit of trouble. It looks to be like a 2v1. No, Aquamaniac with a beautiful flick over the offender right there. Aquamaniac, though, off the corner. Snoozin is waiting on the wall up there. Snoozin, wait a minute. Snoozin, no! He gets away from the ball. Bubba Kanush was able to get rid of it, and XDNR puts in the offensive pressure. Here comes Xbergs with a nice block to keep that pressure from happening. Xbergs.
Oh,
Xbergs! Xbergs with a beautiful demo in the goal. He puts his second goal of this semifinals, and he just, oh my god, that was beautiful.
Air dribble bump, baby.
Ooh, air dribble bump, baby. That's the definition of mechanic diff.
Mechanic diff, game plan diff, speed diff because of the demo, and just overall Point Park. I mean, at this point,
it's over.
I don't want to say it's over, but it certainly feels, especially as the 4th is gone.
His second goal of the series, he puts it in. Snoozin, baby. Yes, sir. And looks like Teddy's got the broom. Sweep, baby. Sweep. Yes, sir.
Oh, man. 30 seconds now. And, again, it's not technically over, but it sure does feel like it.
It's over, man. 25 seconds, 4 goals. Yeah, no. That's when most teams, like in competitive play, just hit that forfeit button.
Well,
it's over.
There is still something to play for, and that's the perfect sweep.
Oh.
So there is still something on the line.
Oh, yeah. No, do not give up a goal. This is a perfect sweep right here.
10 seconds left. They're going to have to do their best. Hold strong on the defense. Snoozin. One more save came through.
Baba Kanoosh ends the perfect sweep. He says, personally, I know that I'm being embarrassed, but a perfect sweep is the worst embarrassment you can get in a Rocket League series.
That's it. GG, 1 goal.
And Baba Kanoosh puts it in 1 goal. It's 1-4, but Point Park with 4 seconds.
They are officially your semifinal champions.
Let's go! Yes, sir, and that is it. Point Park Gold is going on to the finals.
Well,
Virginia Westland, it's your turn.
that was quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
Do we have more?
No.
What?
But we do have time for an interview.
Ooh.
So let's get our boys ready and set up. Let's go cheer with the boys. We will be right back with you guys for a perfect interview with one of our better players. Welcome back, everyone. Back to the Point Park facility. I'm here with special guest and one of the best Rocket League players we have here at Point Park. Clash That Caleb, aka the captain of the gold team, the vet himself. 5 goals this playoff. What does it feel like, the fact that last year you were with a whole different team? You were with me. You were with Safe. You were with Collins. We made playoffs, first rounded. Now you're in the semifinals, man. You're about to face Virginia Westland in one of the biggest classical matches that you've ever been a part of.
It feels pretty strange because, at least coming from last semester, it was kind of feeling like the same, like we would just be playing as the same squad, right? And so we knew we could have done way better as the playoffs, and so I was just kind of trying to prepare. And then, you know, Chisco and Ian threw a wrench in this plans, and they joined Rocket League. The Rocket League team. And so then it kind of took us a while to kind of get on our feet, and then we started to gel pretty well, and then it's gotten us to this point.
Gotcha. So this whole thing with the teams, like, how do you feel? Like, you just got these rookies. They've come in. Not only has Exberg broken records, but Snoozen has been one of the best passing players you've ever probably have seen. Like, your whole thing going through Point Park, you've been a part of 3 teams. One didn't even make the playoffs, didn't even win a game. No. Then the second team made the playoffs, got first round, and now you're about to go into the finals.
Yeah. My kind of path so far has not been the ordinary at all. It's been pretty odd. I don't know. It's just strange is all. I don't know if there's really a way I can kind of describe it. I mean, Ian and Chisco, even though they may seem as like rookies, I mean, they're people who are really good at the game and really good at understanding mental. So like, oftentimes I will try and help and coach them through practice, but they oftentimes teach me a lot about like myself as well. And they're incredibly smart about the game, very intuitive, and so they really know, you know, kind of what to say in the right moments, and you know, it kind of helps us gel better as a team. I mean, people don't realize that like a lot of things have to kind of go right all at the same time in order for you to really even go far in the playoffs or even make the playoffs at all. And I think so far this season we've really kind of gotten really lucky, I would say. I think we've really gelled really well together. We've been playing really well.
So this final game, Virginia Wesleyan, the only team you've lost to this season. This is a team that not only has Rocket League played before, but League, Valorant has played them. This Virginia Wesleyan team is very notable here at Point Park. What's the game plan, man?
I mean, I think more so the game plan, just even stepping back a little bit, just kind of approaching all the teams is we know we're good enough to beat them. We just got to play to our game, and we have to play to our play style. And so I think Virginia Wesleyan came at a time where we were still trying to figure out what we needed to do in order to win. And I think they knocked us down a peg, and I think they really showed us that there's another team that can really put us down. And I think we really needed to hear that early in the season. Because we were kind of building like a kind of an ego. Because like when you win a couple games, it's like, okay, like you start to feel good. And then when you get knocked down a peg, you start to understand like, okay, now I need to know where to go. But in terms of Virginia Wesleyan, I mean, we've played them before. We kind of know their play style. Again, we just need to play our game. Same thing with Jamestown. Like today, if we know we could play our game plan to the best of our abilities, we can beat any team. And so we just gotta play our game. We don't have to worry about anything else.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to end us here at Point Park Esports. Rocket League is moving on to the grand finale where we'll see Virginia Wesleyan taking on Point Park, the number 1 and the number 2 seed. You'll see it there truly. It's going to be a game BO7. Best of 7, best of 7. Are you guys going to do it in Champions Field?
I would think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. So, yeah, best of 7. You'll see Snoozin, Xbergs, Clash That Caleb. You'll see all the best stars here at Point Park, and I'm excited for it. I'm thinking I'm casting for that game.
Hopefully.
So I'll bring the same energy that I did bring today, and let's go get a ring, man.
Absolutely.
First championship for Point Park. Congratulations, man.
Well, we haven't gotten there just yet, but
hey, I'm telling you the future.
Oh, I appreciate it. We just got to work it,
Yeah, gotcha.
That's all.
That's going to end us here at Point Park Esports. My name is Alex Sears, a.k.a. Nighthawk. Clash That Caleb, of course. And we are here signing out.